Beyond the stars lie a web of pearls, each gemstone a miniature world unto itself. Upon these worlds interconnected our stories are told, and the fate of creation hangs in the balance. Welcome to the Titan's Gift. Good evening and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titan's Gift campaign, episode 12. I'm your DM and host Marty, joined by Neil, Matt, and Levi. It looks like we've got two Neils. Let's see if we can fix this by getting a Luke involved.
It's always good to have multiple of me.
We can use two Neils.
Apparently Space Cowboy is saying, sorry guys, I've been troubleshooting for about an hour now. Keep trying. You can do it.
Neil's mirror images are up here today.
20 plus 10.
Yeah, that's one casting of it.
Technology check. DC 8. There we go. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Failed it.
That one. Oh, poor
Alright.
Let's just hide Luke's face here, or the second Neil for now.
I kind of like it.
You kind of like it? You're playing a wizard and a magus, Neil.
See, there you go.
There we go.
It's both of my personalities up there.
How is everyone's week? It's been a week since I've seen you guys last. Wow, that week went by quick.
You really did.
Yep.
Getting a lot of work done so I can have a stress-free vacation and not worry about any projects. So yeah, that's probably why that week flew by pretty quick for everybody.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get everything done before vacation time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have that moment on vacation. Go, oh shit, I forgot. Oh no.
No, you know what? It's going to take me about a day to switch off work, and then I've got lots of other things I would like to do during that time. I've learned how to distract your mind, or my mind. Luke is now talking to us through VC.
The Lucas?
Mm-hmm. Matt, how's it going?
It's going all right. It's been busy, but not too busy. I don't know. It's just sort of that lull between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah. Got a few presents bought. Baked some cookies. Yeah.
Cookies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those cookies look delicious. I saw them on Facebook. They look pretty good.
Yeah, I think next time we might stew the jam down a little bit thicker. But it was delicious. It was tangy. Yeah, it was really nice.
Okay. For some reason, Map Tool server just disconnected.
I was gonna say,
Oh, look at that! My computer deciding to do Windows Update. Look at this blue screen over there. That is perfect timing, Windows. Perfect timing.
every Tuesday.
So, Luke, what do you have to say about that? There was a Windows machine crashing.
That was my technology check DC1. I wasn't watching the screen.
God damn it.
I was gonna say that machine of yours and Luke are like Batman and Bruce Wayne. They're not in the same room at the same time.
Right. Let's get Luke's face in here. Luke, how's it going, man?
Oh, it's good. Just having some fun troubleshooting some wireless network issues. Looks like my connection is pretty terrible right now.
Did you check your IP?
Yeah, did you check your IP address?
Did I?
You're missing a joke. I'm sorry.
It's our internal joke that goes back to the other group where Ahmed, anytime anything goes wrong with the computer, he tells you to check your IP address. It's like, I don't know why.
I could try it. I could definitely give it a try.
Yep. All right, so we'll just wait for the Map Tool and Modron bot server to come back. Why don't we... Neil, how was your week, man?
Well, I'm just going to say, everybody's dissing Windows in the chat channel now and making comments about it. I'll just say I spend all day updating a Mac, so it goes both ways. My week's been good, man.
I remember a time where it would throw prompts, but it would wait for you to click OK. Like, that is aggressive. Like, I'm obviously doing something. It's become really aggressive. I'm sure there's a setting buried somewhere where you can turn off updates, but that doesn't sound right either. So
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But again, after the August that Microsoft has, maybe you want to have that setting somewhere. Because apparently deleting zip files and stuff like that is not what you intend.
About 2 hours ago, I turned on that machine thinking that if there was going to be an update, it would happen between now and like the start of game, and of course it wasn't.
No, it never works like that.
It's like whenever you drop a peanut butter sandwich, it's always going to land peanut butter side down. It's just physics, man. Like, it's just...
So a couple of my colleagues back home will laugh at me for saying this because they'll recognize it. Oh, that's a Neil saying. But I always used to say that Murphy was an optimist. You know that saying where it says what can go wrong will go wrong?
Yep.
He forgot to say spectacularly.
Nice.
It's surprising how many things that can't go wrong still go wrong too.
Spectacularly. See, you're missing it.
Nice. What do we do? A quick recap of what happened last game. Last game was a really interesting downtime. Like, we kind of turned downtime into mini adventures, which I really like the feel of last game for it being a downtime game. You got to explore the Slough a little bit. The Jerks Emeritus spend a few weeks at home in the Slough. Malbut and Bukrabek, the priests of Bompa Damadamba, sell goods on behalf of the party. Fereosae crafts some revenge art out of the petrified remains of Gedrin and a horse. Zephyros returns the medicine bag to his dying master while keeping unwanted visitors at bay. Luudo, Manny, and the Professor visit the Devil's Fork pawn shop and find a place to fence ill-gotten goods. Later, Luudo, Manny, and the Professor visit the Fleshworks marketplace in the Leatherton neighborhood. The Professor seeks a surgeon who can attach the extra-dimensional pouch carved from Gedrin's torso. Malbut seeks sanctuary from the crime lord called Spider, who has taken offense to Malbut selling pixie dust. Later, three thugs arrive at the doorstep of the Moorsvine residence and receive a rude welcome from the party. I think a good place for us to resume, while I'm fiddling with the MapTool server, is perhaps, Levi, could you explain how you and Manny are disposing of the body of one of the thugs? Now, one thug ran away, like he ran through a building in rage to get off the street full of shadow monsters and all sorts of things that the high professor conjured up.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention 2 or 3 fireballs and strange spooky mists. Yeah. Anyone viewing out into the road between the Moorsvine residence and the Iron Pine residence would have seen a great fireworks display, and there were probably quite a few witnesses to that event. If there were fireballs outside our apartment right now, we'd probably go and look.
I don't know, would you?
I don't know. If I saw some weird flashes outside, you'd probably go and look.
Would you take your shield with you?
Fireworks to the home.
What happens after then depends on how well you handle stress. Yeah. So, there were some witnesses. Now, you stuck the body of the Nezumi, the small rat folk, into the sewer and covered up the sewer grate. Then you took the body of the human thug, the 200-pound man with 30 pounds of armor, and rolled him into a big crate. Now Manny is carrying the crate while Luudo is leading him somewhere. Where are you going? And I think Fereosae flew off somewhere as well. The Professor went inside the building. And then Zephyros went back inside his home. Basically, you guys all kind of scattered.
Everyone just leave.
Right. So Manny and Luudo are like out in the street with this. The crate isn't watertight. Right. The guy got gutted, so it's leaking blood out of the crate at this point. Manny's giving you a look like, like, what did we get ourselves into? Or don't leave me standing here alone?
Right.
What are you doing?
Well, first off, I would assume that, much like the rest of the trash in the slough, we're going to be looking for either a sewer opening or I should say manhole. because tracking blood into Fereosae and Henry's apartment building doesn't seem like the smartest choice.
I think before Fereosae left, she said, "I'm going to the Pearl to."
Oh, we were going to see if Sai
Because I
could
think
help
we were
us
thinking
out,
about we'd said something about
Sai.
Sai's got
He's
a
got a system.
well, he's got a gladiatorial arena underneath the bar, and probably has some way to dispose of bodies.
Right.
That is actually a really interesting line of thinking. Leave it to players to come up with things that the DM doesn't. Okay, so you're flying ahead to Size. All right, it's at night, so Size is busy. There are many whores working, lots of people drinking, mercenaries, some of which you recognize, some of which you don't. You can see that Tek Cyrax Gigatt is sitting in a corner, drinking or eating some sort of like pablum, and you catch the glimpse of the woman that Tek Cyrax Gigatt called a shape changer.
Right.
You notice her sitting at the bar smoking from her long cigarette, from the cigarette holder, and she glances at Fereosae as Fereosae comes in. I think you owe this woman money.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah. She takes notice of you, and you're like, oh yeah, we owe her money. She doesn't rush over to, like, she seems very calm, and she's sitting up at the bar. Give me a analog D6 roll. If you roll a 1 or a 2.
Where?
So
I feel naked without my dice.
I don't know if I have enough dice. I don't have enough dice!
An Anna what?
Quick check and see if I've got dice in my bag.
Don't worry, Odron is one click away. One double click. Come on, you can do it, computer, come on!
There we go.
That's
Sorry, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network. Go to Wi-Fi settings on this device.
thanks. Thank you.
Hey, Cortana, how you doing?
Alright, we're gonna use this die right here, baby.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Sai is visible in the bar. If not, he is doing something else.
Let me see if I can. Can you see it? No, I'm not going to be able to get anything other than my crotch in this. Not ideal.
Nice. Our ESRB rating just went up.
Yeah. I'll lift it and turn to the camera. There's the 1.
Okay, so Sai is behind the bar.
All right. I'm gonna saunter up to the bar.
Okay, are you avoiding the woman?
No,
Okay, so you
I
got
didn't
saunter
really.
up near
I didn't
her.
make the deal. Or maybe I did make the deal. I don't know.
I thought that you were ignoring me, she says. I was almost going to send someone to fetch you. She says as she pulls a long drag from her cigarette.
I suppose that would make sense. Well, the professor, of course, is the money man. I shudder to I don't mean to impose or anything. Or to presume rather. Perhaps you're just curious how I'm doing.
Hey Luke, whatever you're doing, can you mute while you're moving around?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
What if it's the contract you want to discuss? Yes, the professor. I'm sure he has the money.
As I understand it, all of you were adventuring together.
Yes.
At first I thought you died.
If one of us had died, what do you think would be the most appropriate place for discreet burial?
Sai, like, he was ignoring you or doing something behind the bar. He kind of tossed you a glance when you had said that. Let's get Fereosae up at the bar, and then the woman with the cigarette. She. Don't think you learned her name. Her name is Polly. The bar is busy. I just don't have enough. We won't put all the tokens down. Mog was snapping at the door, keeping guard. That's not how I do things. I don't like to get my hands dirty, she says.
That makes sense. Why don't I pay off some of our debt, and maybe Sai can join us for a second as well?
I'm right here, is what he says. I was going to send some men over to figure out why you've been avoiding me as well.
Just been real busy carving, to be honest.
Why don't we take a step into my office? Mog! The big hippo man gif snorts awake at the sound of his name, and he comes wandering over. We're going to my office. Samson, the dirty, comes shuffling out of the back, taking over for Sai. As the three of you going into his office. You're pretty sure if you slowed down in walking, Mog would probably push you along.
Okay.
Fereosae, is it?
Still, yes.
He raised an eyebrow that you're going to be smart with him. So.
I've been listening to the professor, you see. Such a bad influence.
How did your expedition fare? I noticed that the insectoid came back.
Oh, went really well. Yeah, so Gedrin didn't make it. And I think it may be a couple little loose ends to wrap up, and Zellara should be at rest. I must say, I think that one of the things that would help her rest would be a small tribute to the suffering of her and her child. I've carved a statue. It's about the child size.
You carved a statue? That's not what I brought you here to talk about. He rubs his eyes.
Well,
we had an agreement. I'd get a share of the spoils.
Sure.
I'm ready and waiting for my share.
Yes. That makes sense.
I've happened to notice the group of you are bobbing around town, spending a lot of coin.
So mostly this paper crap.
I like paper.
Okay. Well, the others are on their way, and you can chat with them as well. They've brought a large box. The box contains...
Mog's like... He's like a little likey.
Yeah, the box contains a body of one of Spider's henchmen. They decided to have a little duel with us, like you have in the basement, and lost.
And why are you fighting with Spider's henchmen?
Well, it's not really...
And why do you think dragging that dead cat to my doorstep is a good idea, he says.
We thought you might know how to get rid of bodies because you've got fights downstairs, and then probably they don't always go well.
Give me a diplomacy check at this point. You were asking for a favor. DC will be
10.
It's a dangerous favor. 24.
Okay. Is Modron up?
Modron is up.
Nope, not quite.
going to do such a thing out of the kindness of my heart. I don't have ways to dispose of bodies here. This place used to be a morgue. It isn't any longer. Any ideas? You could give me my share.
A strong argument.
You should gather your friends. Tell them that Sai is inviting them for a drink.
Yes, that sounds good. I think they'll like that.
As for your body problem, perhaps if we were in better standing, friends could scratch each other's backs.
Ah, that makes sense.
Minion of the spider? No. I don't want to get tangled up in whatever you're doing.
It's a little bit of pixie dust and everyone wants to gank you.
What?
You don't want to get mixed up in it.
You're selling pixie?
Not anymore.
Get the fuck out. That's what he says. he doesn't. He knew something, and he's just telling you to get out of his office.
We'll be back for that drink.
He's actually got his head in his hands, rubbing his temples.
Right. Okay. All right. I'll sort of rush to the door and try to intercept them along the way.
Intercept who?
Luudo and Manny.
Yeah, you go running out. You don't do a sprite tester better. Fereosae goes running out. Yeah, you can see Manny and Luudo. Actually, you just see Manny as Luudo is darting from shadow to shadow. He's really sneaky. Just Manny carrying this box and
I'll
stopping
sort of fly right over and say, Manny, new plan. We got to deliver that somewhere else.
What's Pixel doing?
Pixel's just tagging along with me.
All right. Okay. Boss man, where are we going?
Well, I guess we should... Did you speak with Sai?
Yes. He would like us to stop by for a drink later, where we'll give him his share.
Delightful.
Then he'll be friends again.
Did he say where to leave the box?
No.
Oh, good. I'm gonna kind of like look around and see if there's a dark enough alley that we could rest it there for a while we
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
headed for a drink.
I can go get the professor and Zephyros. Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get the professor and Zephyros.
Okay.
27.
This is right after the fight. Okay, you can see people.
How far away are we from the fighting area?
Well, it's just down the street.
Oh.
It's Harrowstone Lane leads to the intersection where the two homes are,
right.
the Iron Pine residence.
Right.
You can see some people like standing outside near some lantern posts and kind of pointing and talking about what happened. The street is bare. It's late at night, but you can see that there are some clusters of people that are talking to each other about like fireballs erupting and.
Yeah, it's a weird business. I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, if Fereosae could just avoid all that by fluttering into her balcony or up to the professor's balcony. Professor, you are after your fight and your surgery. You are being fed some soup by the urchin girl that you hired.
Yeah, I think I'm probably barely conscious at this point too.
Okay, so Fereosae flies in through the balcony. The girl you can see trying to like feed the professor soup. Professor's sitting in his chopped up chair, kind of drooling. You see he's got a big bandage that's kind of bled through a little bit around his body.
Henry, what have you done? What have you gone and done?
No? What? Huh?
What's happened to you?
Oh, I had a minor surgery, I believe. Bit of an augmentation.
Did you now?
You
You
yes,
don't
I.
look in any condition to have a drink with Sai.
No, I think I've had quite a few drinks too many tonight. Though I did see a pixel earlier. Something about a syringe. Zephyros' master.
Yes.
I think it's somewhere over there by my coat on the floor. Strange thing. Sampling something from him.
Oh, he's been babbling all day. Well, he's been babbling since he got back, and he's drooling everywhere.
I'll go ahead and pick up the syringe.
Okay.
And wrap it up and pocket it.
Okay. It's a weird-looking device. It's kind of like a long vial-like tube, a plunger, a very ornate handle, a needle.
So Henry, do you remember when you promised Sai a share of the...
Yes, I imagine that contract fellow will take care of it. He's the money man after all. One for contracts, I leave the numbers to him.
That's a good point.
Isn't Malbut in your apartment right now?
Oh, yes, Malbut. You. There you are.
Malbut was actually resting because he got beat up a little bit while he healed himself. It's still a tiring thing to get beat up.
Did someone call my name?
Yes, I believe you're required to settle the debts with Sai as part of managing our contract.
No, I was only there to sell the goods.
No, you were there to pay the man his fee. It was all agreed upon in the beginning. I'll just sort of wave him away. I believe you have some business to attend to.
Okay, Malbut looks worried for a moment. He looks at Fereosae.
I don't know. How much did we get? What would Sai's share be? And how would he know?
Malbut thinks for a moment. You guys sold your share from the adventure that you went on was let's see here. Do you remember what your shares were? Like 3,000 apiece?
Was probably 3,000.
Probably like 300 gold tops.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I erased the number. So Malbut does some quick math.
Malbut had delivered 15,000 to your group.
No? How much of that was Sai's?
Malbut did not track the monies after he finished the contract of selling them.
There was five of us?
15,000. If you divide by that by 6 instead, you owe Sai about 2,500. You guys do remember getting together, seeing a big wad of cash, and then counting it out in 5, and then going on your way.
So about 500 apiece.
Oh, well, that will be a bit of a problem for me. Spent most of that already, making wands, surgeries.
Oh, you had $15,000?
Zollars. Did Zents and whatnot. Sure.
Yeah. Zola, she says. TM. Copyright.
Maybe some of that was from our mission, some of it was not.
Very true.
Most of it came from the sale of the pixie dust. I'm sure that if it wasn't pixie dust, we could have sold it for more. Malbert thinks that the second most came from all of the nice little goodies, and then that nice blade with the M on it.
Yes. Okay.
It is clearly the pixie dust, however, that got Malbert into trouble.
Yes.
Trouble that you're going to help Malbut with, yes?
Already helping.
Yes. If you could get me a few extra doses of pixie dust, that would be, Malbut looks very afraid. That would be most appreciated.
Understood.
You notice him glance at Pixel. Pixel, like, angry, goes, Your house is being invaded, Henry, by pixies. Like they're all over the place. It's just.
Well, you've got the money to pay for Tek Cyrax Gigatt, right?
Yeah? How much did we owe for that again?
Oh. Malbut's like, this conversation pains Malbut that you guys are so poor with your money. You fucking start spending it. Oh yeah, shit, we gotta pay some people. Are you paying? I'm not paying.
I don't have any money left. I
That's
can't.
fucking ridiculous. We had a whole game where you guys spent all of your cash. And I was quietly sitting there going, I wonder if they're going to pay their debts.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Well, seems like we may need an extension on some loans, perhaps.
Malbut does know some money lenders, but Malbut is afraid to step out onto the street.
Maybe you could make some sort of deal with Sai. That statue you carved was quite fetching. Perhaps it would be a down payment or clear the balance sheets. If not, you're welcome to whatever Zollers you can find. I had some somewhere.
Delightful.
Somebody went to go call Zephyros, right?
No, I'm headed there next.
Oh,
I'm gonna head there now. I'm gonna take from our stash the scandalous ivory entwined sukubai,
Okay.
because that's worth quite a bit.
Okay. What is Manny and Luudo doing? They're standing in the middle of the road at night with a body in a box. So you're just trying to stash it into an alleyway somewhere?
We're just like, kind of having them drop in an alley, see if there's any rags or old crap we can push kind of.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
$35.
Yeah, you find like you said, some old rags. You put it near what looks like a barrel that's used to catch rainwater, but the barrel's kind of broken, so it's just sort of like abandoned there. And you kind of stick it in behind all this stuff and throw some old rags on top of it.
I'm gonna give Manny a high five. Alright.
Yeah, Manny's like
Yeesh.
got bloody hands. He kind of wipes it on some of the rags and.
Ask Zephyros if he can clean you up when you meet up with him.
Oh, and I'm gonna take my masterwork abyssal steel scimitar.
Okay. Fereosae gathers some items around her house.
And I'm gonna go over to Zephyros.
Okay. Zephyros, you were awake after the battle. It was like hard to get to sleep afterwards, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And pretty soon there's a knock at your door, and Fereosae is back.
Hey, Zephyros, what's happened? That's what you're saying when you come in, right?
Zephyros. Yes, Zephyros.
Hey, Fereosae, how are you doing? Everybody okay after the battle?
Yeah, it's not going as well as we had hoped. So a couple of things. First, Manny wasn't able to deliver the package to the destination we hoped.
Okay. Why not? Why not?
It seems that we have some debts there.
Yes, why are you surprised? Did you not keep a fifth of your money so that we could pay our debt?
Oh, I did.
I did as well. Did the others not?
No. Well, I don't know about Luudo. and Manny, they're sort of wandering the streets with a package to deliver.
That is not
At
good.
any rate,
Sai invites us to his place for a drink.
Okay. Are we walking into another trap then? Because I presume that he knows we've been selling stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Okay. So I'm guessing we owe him about the same amount as we all got.
Unless
A little less.
A little less, so we're talking about, what, $2,000?
Can we go 200?
Say 500 apiece, or maybe even less than that. 500 apiece.
Yes, 500 apiece would be 2,500, so we don't have to pay him that much. We could surely pay him around 2,000 and he should be happy.
I bet that would work, yeah.
But that leaves the money that we have to pay for the support and assistance that we had in manpower.
Yes.
Which brings us back to about 2,500.
How much was that? How much do we owe for that?
I think we owe 2 days worth of money for that.
Yeah, the professor made the deal. It was something like a discount for the first day, and then something else for, he bought like 2 days worth, and then like a discount on the third day, or...
Yeah, we're gonna have to check with him, but for some reason I recall a 500 number being about the 2-day cost or something like that. But I'm not sure.
I think it was like 300 and 100 gold pieces per day, something like that.
I think it was something like
Yeah,
that.
it was something like that. So it was around about $500 for 2 days or something to that effect.
Yep.
Well, we can wait, I think, on that.
Oh, Fereosae. Oh.
Yeah, we should go and talk to Sai, though, relatively soon. I think we probably don't want him angry with us.
Maybe.
Also,
Have you
he's not...
spoken to Malbut yet?
Yeah. Malbut's afraid that people are going to kill him. And thinks we owe Sai about 2,500.
So if I have my 500 and you have your 500,
yeah, sure.
we can get Malbut to look at some of this magic ink stockpile that we have. We've got almost 2,000 gold pieces worth of magic ink. Maybe we can sell about 1,000 of it.
Well, why sell it? Why not just make Sai some scrolls?
We could make Sai some scrolls. We can do that too.
Sure.
And therefore, we can give him 2,000 worth of value.
I'm sure
we have something in the stockpile as well worth about 500. So that should free up about 500 in cash. I think we're good.
Well, let's go and collect Luudo and Manny and go get a drink.
Professor, are you just hanging out at home, or are you going with them?
Who's that?
Professor.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in any condition to go down, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, I could, if they really want me there, I'll stumble down and maybe find a place to lay down. I kind of figured best not to negotiate with me in the room.
Is this a case of life imitating art or art imitating life?
All right, so the professor stays at home and rests, allowing Fernie to look after her, and Malbut is hiding out in your apartment while the others go down the street. You do see Manny and Luudo standing out in front of the Pearl Cantina and brothel. You see at this point in time Mog actually standing outside looking at you guys. You have a chance to talk to Mog if you want. He stepped out and you notice he's got a cigar in his hand, and he's like looking around. He goes back in, and he comes back out with a lit cigar.
How's the boss doing, Mog?
Kind of horks, but doesn't actually spit.
Not well, huh? All right.
He just blinks at you.
What happened here?
He actually steps out of the way when Zephyros shows up.
So Zephyros with that sees this and takes the lead.
Okay.
Ah, what is this place?
Says Makernam to Zephyros.
This place is not for eating or for keeping.
Okay.
Like the group of you walks inside, and soon find yourself at the cantina. It's a busy night. You don't see Sai anywhere, although Polly is at the bar, and you can see Tek Cyrax Gigatt. Looks like he's organizing food into little packets for storage.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
He's not running around in circles on the perimeter and stuff.
He's already done his perimeter search of the building. But you do see him at his own table. He does kind of look up at all of you and kind of makes this like high pitched like chirp. You're pretty sure he chirped at Fereosae.
He misses us.
Strange bug, says Manny.
I'll make a gesture, flourishy gesture towards him.
Okay, he just simply watches you go into the cantina.
Let's just go towards Sai's office directly. Do you think?
I've never been in his office. Will you all fit in there? I'm rather big.
Yeah, you've been in his office.
We did last time.
I stood outside. I don't think I was inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can stand outside.
You shuffle him? I didn't expect you tonight. Come on in. That's what he says.
Say, you look surprised to see us.
Did you miss us?
He just chuckles under his breath at that. The fuck else have you been up to? Where's the old janky one?
Yeah, he's had a little bit of surgery.
Surgery?
Yeah, he's old.
Hope the old fucker's alright.
Just a him.
Heroing is dangerous work. Some of us are not always gonna survive, and it might take us time to mend after fights. I would have thought you would understand that.
2 weeks of mending?
Have you had surgery before? Maybe you lost a limb and had to reattach it?
No. When I get sick, I call priest.
Yes, but we're not talking about being sick here. We're talking about being at the forefront of death and coming back from it.
Alright. I hope all of you are healthy.
It's in your best interest for us all to be healthy, is it not?
He lets the comment slide.
At least until we've paid.
I hear Gedrin was a busy boy in his advanced age.
Yes. And hungry.
I also heard that the lot of you has been spending a lot of time in the markets. Buying up wizardy things. Trading.
Yes, why are you surprised by that?
Yeah, we had to turn items into money. I mean,
We replenished our stocks to fight the battle. We have to be ready, don't you think? Otherwise, this party would end.
I don't care if you're ready, I don't care if you're not. What I want to know is what you found in the old rogue's lair. You're telling me he's dead?
Yes.
So
We can show you his head. Yes, we've got his head somewhere.
it's funny you should say that.
But we'll bring the head by tomorrow. If you want to see it.
That assumes there is a tomorrow.
Are you feeling sick?
It assumes there's a tomorrow.
I'm fit as a fiddle, is what he says.
Oh, okay, good. I was worried about you.
However, the likes of you might be coming down with something, and he looks at like I'm assuming you're pulling out money or items or something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
pulling out, yeah.
Do I look sick? Manny, am I pale?
Manny gives you like a raised eyebrow, this slight smirk on his face.
I've got a couple of things for you.
I like things.
Oh, you'll like these things. I'll pull out a Masterwork Abyssal Steel Scimitar. And set that onto his desk.
What the fuck is this? It's all rusted.
Ah, it's supposed to be.
He picks it up. He kind of hoists it. Ugly mother.
Yes. Hedion.
I'll pretend I know what that means. Says.
It's from hell.
He actually can swing the sword. He knows how to hold it, and he puts it down on his. All right, a hellblade.
Yes. And I'll take out a highly scandalous ivory figurine of 2 entwined sukubai and set that onto his desk and say, Sai, I saved this one just for you.
Well, fuck me sideways, he says. He looks at the statue, takes a long look.
Oh, just rotate it 90 degrees and then it's fucking normal ways. It's kind of...
Then it's not sideways.
If I had this when I was 14...
Do you know any rich 14-year-olds, Sai? It'll turn you a tidy profit.
I just might. He opens a drawer and puts it into the drawer and closes the drawer of his desk. How much was that worth?
That was worth 450 gold.
Okay.
And the Masterwork Abyssal Steel Scimitar's got to be worth at least 100, right?
Well, Masterwork items are worth 300 plus whatever the properties of Abyssal Steel is.
Yeah. So 150, maybe 200 for that?
I might have to get this appraised.
Yes.
But you could leave it here. This is sufficient. For now.
It's a good portion of the professor's, I think, contribution as well. Let's see. But he may still owe you a little bit.
Anything else?
Ask him.
Ooh, sure.
Manny's not sure. He rustles around in his pocket for a moment and pulls out a wad of Zollars.
I'll bring back,
He puts 300 Zollars on the table.
Statue later. Yeah, that'll be good.
And then just sort of steps back, not sure if that was too much or not enough.
How much did he put down?
300.
300? Okay.
So it looks like Fereosae gave up something. Like a thing on behalf of the professor and a thing on behalf of her.
Yeah.
Manny put down some money.
I'm gonna step forward.
He glances to the halfling.
I give him a big cheesy smile. Let's see, what did I keep for Sai? What was I thinking about? Sai. Oh, Sai, my good man. What would you like?
My share.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna take out 300 cents and slap it down. And then 1 token for a hair tooth.
From the Pillar of Osiris?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look like a man who takes care of himself, so I can assume you could appreciate this token.
I do go there at least once a month.
Where the hell did that come from?
He puts the token down.
By bartering.
He actually kind of spins the token on the table. Yeah. It's kind of like a poker chip almost.
Right.
Did you put down $300 or Zollars?
Zollars.
Okay, because you said Zens, and I thought,
sorry.
This is going to go sideways.
You just count out a bunch of pennies. He just let
Hilarious.
the 2 rolls of money basically are on there. He glances up at the big Fant. He's kind of spinning the token for the Djed, the pillar of Osiris.
So Zephyros steps, well, he doesn't step forward, but he leans forward and he says, Sai, you know that I am a Tusker and I am a man of my word. Or I'm a Fant of my word, I'm sorry.
Nice.
I have acquired 2 skills which you might find helpful today or in the future. Firstly, I can locate items if you have a portion of it. And we are near enough, which I believe would be of interest to you.
You're a wizard, are you not?
I am indeed.
Wizards are good at finding things.
I am indeed.
This point, though, I don't think I need anything found except for my share. And he points on the table.
Like an empty spot on the table. If you could conjure that up, I'll be impressed. And you'll
live up to your reputation?
Yes, indeed.
You notice him sort of like
Looking at Makronom, he's like there's this expression on his face, like, what the fuck is that?
Zephyros.
Like the two eyes opened up, kind of blinked a little bit, and then closed.
Zephyros says, "This is a friend of ours. He might look to you like an object, but he is actually a friend. He has become a kin of ours."
Whatever floats your boat, he says.
Whatever floats your boat as well.
money floats
This thing.
Right, and there are two ways to look at money. There is money spent and money saved. The third way is continuous income, which I believe you get through us working with you long term. And then there is the ability to save money on broken things, which I can give you. I can fix things. Mend them. Do you have anything that requires mending?
My fractured patience.
Ah, so it is only cold hard cash that you are interested in.
That was the fucking deal, Fant.
That was the deal. I get a
Okay.
share of what
Of your spoils and Gedrons. I see the rest of your friends have coughed up a few things.
Zephyros takes out $300.
Good to know, however, in the future that I know a wizard that can find things or fix them.
But right now,
I would just like this deal to be concluded.
So Zephyros looks at the amount that Manny put on, and he doesn't want to put Manny in a bad position, so he puts the exact same amount down, which is $300.
okay.
Sai looks at
The sword, he's got the idol, and then he's got $900 from the group. Fair enough. He kind of swipes the bundles of money into the same drawer where the statue went, and then he kind of picks up the sword and doesn't seem to know what to do with it, and he sort of walks out of. He opens up his office door and invites you out.
Zephyros leans forward on the table towards Sai, and sort of, not intimidating, but in your face,
Yep.
says to him, "I understand that you want your money, but I do not like my oath and my word as being questioned."
Not questioning you, Fant, just impatient.
we humans don't live as long as you. He smiles.
Mind you, I might outlive the whole lot of you if you're tangled up with the spider.
So that is the problem. So that is at the core of this. Shall we go tell the spider that you got a share of the loot of the fairy dust or the pixel dust that we were selling? You want him to know that you got a cut of that?
I'm wandering off.
Okay, yep. I see what you're saying, Fat. I see what
I
you're saying.
offered. No, you do not. I gave you an option to not partake in the amounts, to not take any of the dirty money, but you took it. Remember this day.
Get out of my office, is what he says.
Before I go,
That went well.
before I go, remember that I gave you a way out. You chose not to take it.
Fucking fans.
Fucking fairies. Fuck whatever you are, he says to Manny.
Hey, what
And
about
there-
me?
And there's been enough people cursing your kind's name for an entire world.
Thank you. Finally.
But get the fuck out.
Okay, I'll see you later, buddy.
as Sai, like a new vein pops in his forehead.
I like him, guys. I really like him.
The door slams behind Ludo. Pixel had just disappeared, got out before that. Are you guys sticking around to drink in the tavern or not? You do notice that there is a woman at the bar who's casting a glance over her shoulder.
No, Zephyros is going to skip by her. He's not going to go there.
Are we settling up? This is what Polly finally says to the group of you standing there. Fereosae, Manny, and Luudo.
What's that? Me? Us?
What's the damage?
$500.
5.
What? I thought it was 3.
Sit.
Yeah. 2 days.
Right, because it was a discount for the first day and then
250.
a standard rate after that? Or no, it was a discount on the first 2 days and then a standard rate on days after that.
We'll just say it's $300. She says $300 is what she wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably
300.
That's probably
300, says Ludo. Yes, apparently he helped you fight some horrible child-napping man and fairies and whatever I can get out of him. He mentioned something about a bear.
Yeah, did he say he had fun, or?
I actually think he did.
Oh, cool.
For a while I couldn't get him to stop talking about hunting this great white bear. Whatever land you went to, I thought you were staying in the slough.
Well, you get pulled this way, you get pulled that way, next thing you know, you're fighting a bear with a bug man.
Pulled, she says.
Pulled, pushed, punched, kicked, all the verbs, all the actions. That's adventuring.
She just pinky finger, it's all painted, she just taps on the bar.
Yes, right, payment.
If you don't mind.
I'll throw in 100.
We might want him again, says Manny. And he looks at Fereosae.
quite likely. I'll pull out $100.
Okay.
Zephyros casts Mage Hand and puts $100 in the Mage Hand, and he directs the Mage Hand to in front of Fereosae.
Okay. Manny puts down $100 as well, or dollars, sorry. He just kind of goes over and puts it down. He's pretty good with his blades. Yes, I only hire quality mercenaries.
I'll take the 100 from the mage hand and pocket it, I guess.
Wait, do we put down too much?
Yeah, we put 100 too much down, I think. We put 400 instead of 300.
The mage hand went in front of me.
Oh, okay.
And I went ahead and took that and pocketed it for the moment.
Okay.
So there's 300.
So there's 300.
No, I
Okay.
took it in plain sight and then put it away in plain sight.
All right, but there's 300 in front of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not touching it, but she's considered paid. You can hire him out again.
Oh, good. Yes, I like him. He's very dangerous.
Is it a dangerous situation? Will he be fighting this bear?
Oh, he'd fight the bear for free. I mean, we would pay you, of course, but who knows?
His kind are quite rare, you know, ever since the Great Extermination.
Did he mention anything about a Luudo or having an awesome time with him, or?
Your Luudo?
Yeah.
He didn't mention you specifically.
Oh my god. Alright.
Just this bear. Apparently his people are into hunting.
Oh, we know.
and eating the things they hunt.
Yes.
Who does the booking for the stage?